What's going on, everyone? Sinterview here. Welcome back to the second episode of my podcast, The Sinterview. In this podcast, we take a content creator and just break down like who they are, learn more about them and how they've been growing on Twitch and YouTube and all that stuff. Why did I just say stuff? That's weird. Fuck me.
Stuff.
But
Stuff.
but anyways, we have someone here who has been
Stuff.
shut up. We have someone who's been on my channel over and over again for multiple different things, for Papa's Pizza, which was for ISHC shiny hunting competition stuff, as well as the other half of the shiny solo verses. This man has 5.4k subs on YouTube, 5.3k followers on Twitch. His YouTube has passed his Twitch finally. It is the one and only Mr. TheGameGuild.
That's me.
That is you.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Claps
Welcome to
all
my
around.
show. Welcome
Yes.
to my show.
Yes, this is your show now. It's not mine anymore.
Taking over.
Yeah.
So, Sin, how'd you start?
Well, I started. So of course, like, first thing I want you to do is, of course, like introduce yourself as if someone's meeting you for the first time.
Okay. So what's up, guys? My name is TheGameGuild, aka Wilson. I usually go by that, so it's easier to say. I do a lot of streaming over on Twitch. I do a lot of shiny hunting. Generally, YouTube is on the second hand, but as it's growing, I've been kind of working in the back end on more content over there. Spoiler, nobody really knows because I don't talk about it. But yeah, so I'm basically a shiny hunter and content creator on both YouTube and Twitch.
All right. So, though, another question I want to ask, just like pretty much like just gets the ball rolling, is what ended up getting you started streaming?
So, okay, so streaming was a little bit different. I actually started YouTube many years before I started streaming. And generally, I basically stumbled upon like Nuzlocke essentially on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh, I could do that. It's not hard. I already play Pokemon. I already do Nuzlocke. I'll just do that." So I did that, and then as I found more people on the YouTube side that did Nuzlocke that I liked, I had realized that a lot of them also streamed. So I watched one, live one day, and they rated a streamer who's now a very good friend of mine, and I was like, "Oh, this is wild." And it was just like shiny hunting, and they were hanging out, and they were having a great time, and like the energy was there, and I was like, I could do that. So then I did it. And that's how I started streaming.
And now here you are, like
now here I
like
am.
5 years later or some shit.
Yeah, 5 years. I've been streaming on Twitch for 5 years and 1 month.
So how long have you been like when did you start even uploading to YouTube? Like how long before streaming was it?
I think I started uploading to YouTube in 2013.
I'm trying to do math. That's a long time.
So
that's all I know. It's like
it's like 8 years.
8 years? God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, what's crazy is you and I both started streaming at the same time, but you've been like doing content creation for like
longer than that.
Yeah, like 3 years longer than I have. So so like part of that, I'm like, holy fuck, like that's already something that I had no idea about. See, look at that, I'm already learning new shit.
I'm super old as far as like when I got into like content creation. And then I also like obviously with YouTube on top of, I've kind of wanted to do YouTube for a while because I had, I grew up with YouTube. So I had watched all these content creators do it. And I was like, well, money is an issue and time is an issue. And I was like, kind of played around with it, but like I never really uploaded anything. And then as I found the content, in the Pokemon community, which that community has completely changed. I mean, it's so different than it was, in 2013. And I never interacted necessarily with any of those content creators. I literally was just like, I'm just going to do this because I can. So, yeah, 2013, I had time, I had a computer, I had the ability to do it, and I just did it. I uploaded every day when I started,
I
which is actually wild. I don't know why I did that.
yeah, I find like a lot with like content creation, especially like if you have like just like a standard like computer or something like that. A lot of like the more popular games, they're more like computer intensive and whatnot. So like starting in the content creation, I always found like Pokemon to be like a really easy one to just get your foot in with,
Oh,
because
definitely.
like doing Nuzlocke, you can easily run like a ROM or
You
something
just
like
ran
that.
emulators, yeah.
Yeah,
That's all it
exactly.
was. It was just emulators.
Yeah. Nothing but emulators, randomizers, all that
Yep.
other stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Exactly. And it definitely was a lot of fun. I mean, I got like 3 or 4 views on each video and I had a blast with it, you know? It didn't it numbers didn't matter. Numbers still don't really matter.
Yeah.
It's definitely evolved and has become something. But like I literally have a friend that as I branched from Pokemon in YouTube and other content creation, like she was starting as well and like we had worked together a little bit and I had taught her some like simple editing things because I'm self-taught essentially. So like I offered to help, but she was more than welcome to, accept that. And then like, she would help me out every once in a while. And then like she kind of exploded and I think she's literally almost at 1 million subs.
Yeah, I think I remember you actually mentioning her to me once before. I completely forget like the channel name or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like when you mentioned that to me, I was like, no way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like she's a year older than me. We went to school together. So like, I mean, it's kind of wild. And
Yeah.
it literally just comes down to right place, right time, and then you can literally explode.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
she was making Sims 3 content as The Sims 4 came out. So when The Sims 4 came out, she switched over to Sims 4 and it was like and it just popped.
Yeah.
I mean, she does more than that now, but like literally that's how she blew up. And
Yeah.
it's wild.
It,
It's just the way that it is.
it's almost like the exact same in like I guess in your kind of like how you like how your channel finally like was able to get like ads and whatnot is because of like the shiny Zygarde reaction because like it
Right.
was technically like the first one, even though like
It
of
was
course
the
the
first
first like
day,
legitimate
first
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what us shiny hunters call a floit, and we
Yeah.
hate that. It's the stupidest term ever made.
Yeah. And
I have
pretty
3
much
of
for
them.
yeah, pretty much for anyone who doesn't know what Floyd is, it's like first live on YouTube in a
Yeah.
nutshell. Which which I guess like in that sense also like really it definitely helped your channel like the whole
Oh,
like
it's insane. That video
yeah.
is the best video on my channel every day if I
Yeah.
look at my analytics.
Yeah.
There's very rarely ever a day that another video does better than it, even when I upload,
Yeah,
like because
which
that's how crazy it is.
yeah, which like that's even crazy to think about because like even your most recent video that you put up, I believe I actually no, it wasn't the most recent one that went up today. Like the Badoo, I think it was the shiny Badoo. That one already has like over like 100 something views, and that was like in like span of
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, no, I get a decent amount of views on my videos, within the first like week, and then usually they die down, but you put out new content, so that
Yeah,
helps it.
exactly. Every little bit of content like ends up bringing people back to like some like the older stuff as well.
Yeah. And then it's so wild because I'm like actually so bad at YouTube, and people are like, "Dude, how? Like you're so good. Like your subs are up, your view counts up, like this and the other thing." I'm like, I'm awful. Like I don't use the iCard. Like what's
Yeah,
that?
I
I
the
only
the
recently started using end cards.
yeah,
Like
like literally the whole solo
well,
versus there was not a single card in the corner or
nope,
anything.
no iCard. I don't use it. It's stupid. I don't click on them when I watch YouTube, so like, what's the point?
I
I'm sure they're actually
yeah,
great and it actually
yeah.
helps, but I'm nah,
Just start throwing on the Zygarde one, call it a day. Um so so of course like obviously like actually one thing we could actually talk about here is of course like you started you said with like Nuzlocks and stuff. When did you actually start doing shiny hunting?
So I got into shiny hunting during that X and Y Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire era. I actually was shiny hunting, when X and Y came out. That I X and Y came out and I got back into Pokemon like hard. And I did Masuda method, I did hordes, and I busted my ass to get the shiny charm, and I made a living dex. I have a copy. My original copy of X and Y has max hours. It like I really went in on it. So like when I was watching Twitch and the people were shiny hunting, generally it was all methods. I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. Like, that's awesome that people are doing that. Like, capture cards are expensive and there isn't really a supply of them. So, like, I would like to do this, but, I don't have necessarily the equipment. And, like, right around, I guess, like 2015, I was watching, like, Rozo and Galactic Elliot and Invictus. And, like, those are the three guys that really got me into it. And, actually, at that point, like Chris was actually full odds hunting. He was doing Soul Silver Badge Quest. I mean, Rozo did Heart Gold Soul Silver starters, and I was like, well, I have the games, I could do that. Like, so I did that, and I actually started hunting my Soul Silver Badge Quest November 15th, 2015, because I had just gotten Registeel in Alpha Sapphire, which I had the charm. So I was like, I'm going to do full odds now. I got what I was hunting for. I'm going to go for it. And yeah, I actually got Cyndaquil in February. It took me 4 months because I was really slow. I was single hunting. I was only doing it in my spare time. It wasn't like crazy. And then I actually was like, well, I'm going to go for Ghastly next. I'm just going to do the full odds thing and go from there. And it turns out that I did about 6,000 encounters and DS cap cards went back up in stock. So I bought one and I immediately put the hunt on hold. And then I was like, I'm going to stream it from this point on. And then I did.
And now here you are.
Now here I am, 149 shinies deep.
Yeah.
5 years.
God.
Like, so wild. I'm hoarding cap cards. I'm a menace to society. It's so fun.
Yeah. So how many cap cards do you actually have right now? Isn't it like
I
eight or
have
something?
8. I have
Yeah.
8. Yeah.
Four regular DS ones and four
4
3DS.
3DS ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have
Yeah.
like I know you have like obviously like a lot of like different like hobbies or whatever, like Funko Pops for
Mhm.
example, which are literally all
In
over
the
your
background.
background right
Yeah.
now.
My background is wild.
It is absolutely endless. But one thing people should know about you is that you have this love for magic.
I do. I
You
do.
do. What so I want to know how you got yourself into that hole of magic.
Okay. So I was in high school. It was 2008, 2009, roughly. It was probably like 2009 because I was working. So, um, I was a junior in high school. My friends were all playing, and I was like, "Oh, well, I played Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid, so it can't be that difficult. Like, it can't be that much different." And I had a couple friends that like put cards in front of me and sat me down and taught me how to play. And I was like, "Oh, this is great." So like basically, my friend group, my IRL friend group, was like big into Magic, so I played Magic. And I couldn't have picked a better time to get into it based on like value and like the quality of cards that were released at that time. And I just kind of kept with it, and as time has gone on, I've gotten into it heavier and I've gotten out of it. And I've never actually stopped playing or collecting, but it's just um the formats change, and tournament play is stressful, and I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. And I really kind of shifted my focus to the content creation side of it, or like to content creation as a hobby. And I really only play very casually now, so that's kind of where it comes down to it. But I love like looking at the sets, and
Mhm.
obviously opening product is always fun. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever stop playing Magic, but it's I literally don't think I've played a game of Magic in like almost 2 years now.
So
Cuz like COVID, and like we just don't have time to get together.
yeah.
So,
So so you're saying that like you used to play in tournaments?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
What what was like the
Um,
craziest tournament that you played?
uh, I mean, we like local shops obviously have, like invitational or like, the regular tournaments were like Friday Night Magic or like they'll do a different format on a different night during the week. But then you get to, sometimes you go to like bigger shops or whatever, and they'll run like Pro Tour qualifiers, which are like PTQs, or like, um, you could do like an invitational. Those are kind of things that you could do. Um, they had one at PAX one year, and I missed the cutoff on that, so I was a little upset. But I wasn't playing like I was playing enough that I could have qualified to get in, but I missed it by a little bit. But I've played in a couple of like Pro Tour qualifiers. So like if you win that, you get a bunch of points, and then like if you get X amount of points, you get invited to the Pro Tour,
Okay.
quote unquote Pro Tour. Usually you go through a runner of invitationals before you get anywhere close to the Pro Tour. But I never wanted to go to the Pro Tour. It's generally a bunch of people who have been playing for since before you were born. Essentially, they have way too much knowledge, and they all play the same decks. So it's literally just a mirror every time, and that's really not fun.
Yeah, just playing mirrors in general is just super annoying. Just like it doesn't matter like what the game is.
Oh
Like like
yeah, yeah,
like every mirror match is just annoying to deal with because you're like, all right, I'm dealing with myself. How do I deal with this?
yeah. And with Magic, there's you have a sideboard, so it's like 15 cards that aren't in your deck. That in between games you can swap cards out.
Hmm.
And when you have to sideboard against your own deck and they're going to sideboard against their own deck, you just end up with a worse mirror.
Yeah.
So it's like I've won I don't know how many tournaments where I've literally just sat down at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday or a Friday, right?
Mhm.
And didn't leave the shop until midnight
God.
and played the entire time. And you walk out like with, a whole box, like a booster box or,
Mhm.
something like that. Or you get to the top two, you sit down at the table and you're both bloodshot, got a headache, and have already had two Red Bulls, and you just go, "You want to split?" And they go, "Yeah." And then you stop playing and you draw. Like you just get to a point where it's too much. But it is a lot of fun. When I did get out of Magic, I actually took my deck that I had played for a while at many, many numerous tournaments. And I took it to a shop and I was just like, I don't want this. And the guy was like, Yeah, I'll give you $1,600. And I said, Okay. And I walked away
$1,600 for a
for
deck.
75 cards.
Oh my god. I can't
Hmm.
even imagine that.
Yep. I mean, like, there's Magic is so different than Pokemon because Pokemon is only collecting. As
Mhm.
as much as everybody says that Pokemon is a competitive TCG, it is not, in my opinion. Yeah, there are tournaments, and yes, there is a meta, but 85% of the value in that trading card game is all collecting.
Yeah.
Magic is the complete opposite. Only like 20% is collecting. Every card has value because of playability and not because of collectability.
Yeah, like a lot of like the value in Pokemon, like especially like right now, of course it's like the older packs and whatnot that people have been
Yep.
doing like their break streams and whatnot with.
The thing
Um
that gets me is like those boxes don't even have a return. They don't even they you lose money no matter what you open in an old product.
yeah, pretty much.
At least with Magic, when you open an old product, if you hit the money cards, you will recoup the cost.
Yeah, cause like with Magic and whatnot, like if the card's like good for like a deck, then the value of course
It'll
is up.
always yeah,
But
it'll
but
always be good.
yeah, exactly. But then if you take a look at Pokemon, like I literally have a fucking tin that's hiding behind this shit that's over there
Mhm.
of like my shining fates, and like I just plan on keeping that shit sealed because like
Yeah,
it's
it's
more
a
of
it's a
like
better
a
investment.
yeah, it's a better investment for me to like not open it, and like hell,
Mhm.
I could take the fucking the guaranteed shiny that's right there and sell it for like a couple bucks right now if I wanted to. Like,
Right, but then you have to crack it, and that's
yeah,
like,
and then it's just a whole mess of it on its own.
yep, yeah, exactly. It's definitely interesting. It is one of those things that like. I would love to get into Pokemon, but it's just like there's no return. There's no like at a point when I decide that I want to be out, that I can get out. There's no way.
Yeah,
Like if
exactly.
I decided to get out of Magic, the amount of money that I could make is insane.
Yeah, like I
Because
remember.
like I know that I could go to a shop and I could take the cards to the shop and the shop owner will go, well, I'll give you this much money. You go to a shop with Pokemon cards and they'll go, I'll give you 10 cents per bulk. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Like, I think there was like one day that like you were talking about like magic and whatnot on your stream,
Mhm.
and then you showed like this one deck of cards you had, and I forget how
Yeah.
much you said it was worth, like just that, and I'm like, holy fuck, what if he has
I
other
think
shit
that
lying around?
that's my main like commander deck. That's the only deck that I have built that I actually play with. And I shouldn't play with it because it is literally thousands of dollars.
Oh my god. Yeah, like literally you're sitting on so much money just like with those cards, which is absolutely insane. Like I feel like if you sold all of your cards right now, you'd probably be able to cover rent for like a month or two at least.
Well,
Or is the
uh
deck the only thing that you have right now?
no, I have like I have, obviously like binders, trade
Hmm.
binders, just bulk or not necessarily bulk. There's value cards in them. But like just that deck, I mean, it's just simple math. If I sold it for 5 grand, right?
Hmm.
That's literally almost 6 months worth of rent.
I didn't know it was 5 grand. Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, actually, and that's kind of low ball in it. It's probably closer to 6.
Oh my god.
It's a
Like,
100 cards, dude. Like I'm not. I
yeah,
wish I was joking, but I'm not.
yeah.
But I've had that deck. I think I started building that deck in 2011, and I got to a point where I had the deck the way that I wanted it, and I never wanted to change it. So I started to get just foils because every card in Magic can be foil.
Yeah.
Um, so I have made the entire deck just foil,
God.
and then that's where all the value comes from because they are playable cards. Then they're also the foil variants, and then also, you know,
And also,
time
and
makes
yeah,
everything more expensive.
time, and then also keeping them in like pretty good
Yep.
condition as well.
Yeah, the deck is actually double sleeved, so it's pretty big.
Like, yeah,
So
like,
they have the perfect fits, and then they're inside other sleeves.
okay. Yeah, like there's so many different things that I've fucking seen you collect over the years. Of course, like the magic,
Mhm.
Lego sets, for example, like your
Yep, I
Millennium
have
Falcon that's sitting in the corner
yeah,
there. I
I
think
have
you,
that. I have the Falcon in the corner, and then right next to my desk, I have the Imperial Star Destroyer.
yeah, wasn't what was that the one that you just recently built on stream, or was it a Halo
No,
one that you
no,
built?
I built a little like just a little tank on
Okay.
stream. Yeah. The Imperial Star Destroyer is 43 inches. I know that doesn't convert to metric, but like 43 inches is over 3 feet.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah. It was I think it's I want to say it's bigger than the Falcon, but it's less pieces because it's a lot of big plates because it's like, you've seen the Star Destroyer. It's a big triangle essentially.
Yeah. So, so of course, like with like you're a huge fan of Funko, obviously.
I
Um,
am.
uh, out of all those pops, which one of them is your favorite that you bought?
My favorite. I have a real soft spot for Ahsoka Tano because Star Wars.
Mhm.
And it's a very hilarious story. But this one right there
Yeah.
is the Star Wars Rebels Ahsoka Tano. She came out in 2016, I think. Um, I had not even watched Rebels when I got this pop because I had only really watched Clone Wars, and I was like, "Oh, I like Ahsoka, and this is the only Ahsoka pop that exists, so I kind of want it." And it's a Hot Topic exclusive, so that automatically means you won't ever find it. Uh, If it's a popular character and it's Hot Topic, you just won't find them. They pretty much sell out regularly. Well, buddy of mine had it, and he was like, he's a flipper. He buys shit, sells shit. That's just what he does. It's like his favorite thing to do. He's a pop collector, magic collector, so I buy things from pretty much regularly. So he messaged me. He's like, "Oh, I got this. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want it." Like, how much? He's like, $25. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll get paid $10 over retail for it to get it because I want it, but like I don't have to order it on eBay or anything. So I went, I met up with him. We talked magic for a little while. I gave him 25 bucks and I took the pop home. Think nothing of it. Fast forward to like 2 years ago when, well, yeah, 2019, right? Disney Plus came out.
I think so, yeah.
Disney Plus comes out, right? And I'm like, oh, I can watch Rebels now, you know, because it's all on Disney Plus. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Rebels. I'm gonna finally delve into this one section of Star Wars lore that I don't really know anything about. I had already read the Ahsoka book, audiobook. I don't read. I don't read. And so I was like, I love the character already. I know she's in Rebels. I don't know anything else. So I watch all of Rebels. I look into the pops because obviously I have the Ahsoka. So I'm like, well, there's got to be other Rebels pops because that's the line. And all of them were so cheap. Literally, like, I think I paid $3 for a couple of the commons each. And I'm like, okay, cool. Got it. Awesome. So I bought the whole set. And I was like, that kind of started the pop hunting again, where I started to buy more stuff.
Mhm.
And like I had already had a decent collection, but like I had really started to buy right around that time. And the Funko app is a pretty cool thing, which tracks your collection. You can scan the barcodes on the bottom of the boxes and it pulls up the pop and it tells you the average price. And I looked and that pop was $100.
Wait, which one?
The
your favorite one?
Ahsoka.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And I was like, well, I'm a winner. I paid $25 for that.
I got diamond
That's
hands.
awesome. I'm a winner. So flash forward to now, the Rebels set, there's the cheapest pop in the Rebels set is I think $30. So I took something that I loved, Star Wars, got a pop of it, and have gone from there. So like that's kind of, I think that would be my favorite. I also have the Comic-Con Deadpool, which glows in the dark, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But like I generally only collect pops that I love, because if I had collected everything that I liked, I wouldn't have any room in my house. So there's that.
Yeah, like if you had all that, like I remember when you said that like you had to like keep it like in your closet and whatnot,
Yep.
and then like the collection just got too big for that, and then you bought one shelf, you bought two, you bought a third,
Yeah.
you bought a
That's
fourth. Curve got mad at you.
the funniest thing is I did a 2020 compilation, which is, that video is insane. Like the 2020 shiny compilation video is probably one of my favorites I've ever made. Not only because of the fact that I got 59 shinies last year, but because of the fact that you got to watch literally my room change, and then shelves, and then pops, and then I grew a mustache, and then more pops, and then more pops. And then just like the evolution of the webcam through that video is the most enjoyable part.
Yeah, like it's just like the full evolution of your background. That's it.
I think that video doesn't have the fourth shelf. I think that video, the last shiny I got, I didn't have the fourth shelf yet.
Yeah, I think that was right before you got your fourth shelf or something like that.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
But it's definitely pretty. It's pretty entertaining. I definitely have. I know that I went a little hard on pops during 2020 because I had nothing better to do.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to the point where there's not really any pops that are already out that I want, which is generally the best thing when you're a collector.
Because it means
Because
that you can just
now
wait.
I can just get everything I want at retail. I know all the tips and tricks on how to, find the deals and be available for pre-orders and drops and stuff. There's generally not a pop that I will pay over retail for anymore.
Yeah, like one thing I know with you is like you're absolutely cracked when it comes to like anything that's like a pre-order. You somehow
I'm
manage
so
to
good
get it
at it.
every fucking
I'm
time.
so good at
You
it.
you 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 end up doing it with like your pops. You did it with the Xbox.
Yep, I did. I got really lucky with the Xbox, but I am very, very good at like online drops, being prepared for them. Like I've kind of always been pretty good at it, but like I really got good at it over quarantine because I had nothing else to do.
Yeah, like most days, you wouldn't even your ass wouldn't even be out of bed until like 1 p.m. at least. And
Yeah,
but yet somehow
because
you
I'm
could,
up to like 4 in the morning.
yeah, but yet somehow you can manage to be up at like whatever time it fucking drops because it's like it's most likely dropping before that. And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got the pre-order.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I there are some things that I have missed because I don't get out of bed. But generally, if I know when it's coming out, I will be prepared for it. If it's
Yeah.
something that I want.
What are the like what are like the craziest things that you like either got up earlier or like stayed up late enough that you ended up getting a pre-order for?
I think the Xbox is probably the craziest thing that I've gotten because the everything was broken. There was so many things that were broken with that launch. I mean, it's the almost the end of April, right? It is almost May of 2021, and you still can't get Xboxes. You still can't get PS5s. They just don't exist. You cannot get them.
What's actually crazy is if I really wanted to get a PS5, I actually have like a hookup at the EB Games at my local mall. Like they ended up getting them back in for like a bit. I don't know if they still have it. They probably don't at this point. But
It's probably gone,
but
but
but like every single time like the manager comes in for like his coffee, him and I just like shoot the shit for a little bit and he's like, "Oh yeah, we got like a bunch of like PS5s or whatever if you're trying to get one."
yeah, exactly. I mean, like, and it's always good. It's I have a friend that works in the mall, and he's friends with all the Hot Topic employees because of the pops.
Of course.
So, like, generally we have a pretty good chance of getting something if that will restock or that is coming out because
Mhm.
we have a little bit of a heads up. But for the most part, even the Hot Topic employees don't know anymore. Funko's gotten to the point where they just shock drop everything.
Yeah. Like
Because like the bots, like
mhm.
the it's just like Pokemon cards. It's like the bots and the flippers will just come in, they'll buy everything, and then they'll they'll pump and dump. It's like actually crazy.
Yeah, like it's absolutely wild. That that's one thing I don't like about like doing like online pre-orders sort of stuff is like it's so hard for like anyone to like regulate like the whole bot thing
Hmm.
because like of course they can have like the whole like uh I forget what it is, but it's like click on X pictures that
Oh, the
have
captcha.
yeah, the
Yeah,
captcha stuff. Um but like even like obviously the bots are probably getting smart enough to be able to get through that without a problem.
hmm
So like doing anything online is always just like a pain in my ass. So
it's
I pretty much like
yeah.
stopped like pre-ordering things anymore.
It definitely is getting better as far as for like bots and stuff, but if it's something that everybody wants, because again everybody has gotten very good at this and they all are really invested in whatever they're trying to get, it's still really hard. I mean, supply and demand, it's just the way that it is.
Yeah.
For instance, we knew exactly when the Xbox was going live pre-orders. We knew exactly like the date and time. So when you have exactly the date and time, you are more everybody is prepared. It's not a shock drop. It's not surprising. It is the way that it is. I got up, I sat at my desk. I sat at my desk for an hour past the time that it was supposed to go live, and there were sites that literally didn't go live because that's how messed up it was.
Yeah, I'm not at all surprised because like I find like especially when it comes to like new consoles or whatever, everyone's wanting to get that like new gen feel and all that stuff.
Mhm.
They want that immediately.
Yeah.
So of course everyone's like all like scrambling trying to get to it and making everything crash. Like I think there was, I forget, there was like some pre-order that like complete like something completely broke. I forget exactly what it was, but I remember that happening.
Oh, I just thought about it. I do remember something crazier than the Xbox that I managed to get a pre-order of. So, it is a Magic product. Magic the Gathering put out a set called War of the Spark. It was a good set. Don't get me wrong. There were good cards in that set. Um, they put out a collector's edition box. So it was a $250 box. You got 36 packs in the box. And in the box, you were guaranteed 8 foil full art planeswalkers that were not in the set. They were reprints of other cards that were already made. And the cards that they were printing had had an estimated value of $650
Oh my god.
in 8 cards. In 8 cards. So you buy a $250 box, which a booster box of 36 packs is $100.
Mhm.
So you pay $100 for the box, and you pay $150 and you get 8 foil alt art planeswalkers valued at $600. And it was only available on the Hasbro website.
Hasbro?
Hasbro.
Oh no.
It went live. Oh, and it was a limit of 2 per person. You could only buy 2 boxes.
Okay.
So that's good. Well, there was only 10,000 boxes. So I got into the site. I got the product in my cart. I bought 1 box. I checked out. I got a confirmation email. It's like, all right, I'm in. I did it. The listing broke and didn't stop selling them at 10,000. They sold 42,000 boxes before they took the listing down.
And they only had 10,000?
They only had 10,000.
Oh no.
So then, because everybody was freaking out, it got to the point where Hasbro was emailing people if they actually got the box or not. And I got an email saying that I did actually get the box.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the box and I was like, awesome, cool. I got the box in hand like 2 days after it had shipped out. I don't know where they were actually shipping from, but I got it very quickly. And I looked at the box and I looked at a video online of somebody who opened the box. And I looked at the cards and I said, those look terrible. And I immediately sold it for $900.
Just
I sold
instantly
the
flipped
sealed
it.
box. I immediately listed the sealed box on eBay for like 8. Like I think I put it up for 900. I got 885 for it.
I mean, you still made a profit off of it. Fuck 'em.
Yeah. And I was like, I wanted it, so I got it. And that was the thing. Like if I want something, I'm gonna buy it. But I looked at the product that was actually printed, not the glams that they showed online, and the cards were dark and muddy and really hard to read. And I was like, I don't want these. And
Yeah.
I sold the box. So that was probably the craziest thing that I had gotten because like there was just such controversy behind it. And you know, I got lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was an absolute shit show for like a lot of people. Like you pretty much had like a 25% chance of you actually getting that.
Yep. Yeah, it was literally like a 1 in 4 that I was actually going to get the box, and I actually got it. So I was like, all right, which just means that I got in and I actually ordered within the first 10,000 people or first 10,000 orders.
Yeah.
Essentially, maybe even only the first 5,000 orders because if everybody bought 2, which I didn't, I only bought 1. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I am good at that. I will pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
I'm good at at online shopping, I guess is the way
Yeah,
to put it.
an online shopping pro. I think you need to put that on a resume.
I think I could. I think I could.
Yeah.
I'm patient and I am good at online shopping. And any job's going to be like, what does that have to do with anything? Where's your marketable skills?
Just trust me. Just hire me.
Yeah, trust me, I can do it. I can do whatever job you want me to do.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we're gonna send you to Mars. And I'm like, oh, I don't know why I signed up for
Uh,
this one. Yikes.
oh my god, that would actually be like hilarious. You're just applying for jobs like, oh yeah, by the way, you say you can do anything, right? You're going to Mars.
You,
Like,
I'd be like, oh, I accidentally dropped a hutch on my foot. I can't go to Mars.
darn, such a
All right.
shame.
My bad.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna hop into a segment that I wasn't able to do for the first episode because I kind of just forgot to do it. But obviously you ended up seeing the tweet.
Oh,
We're gonna
yes.
we're gonna grab some of the questions from Twitter. So if you guys are wanting to ask questions for like the next guest that we have on, check out the Twitter at SynXRealize. It's literally SynXRealize on every social media platform. So keep an eye out for that. So the first question is from Big Boy Ellis one. What would Wilson rather do, cook or clean?
Cook probably. I I don't like cleaning. I have to be in a certain mood to clean.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm also not very good at cooking. I mean, I can cook, but I just prefer not to. But if I had to choose, I would cook over clean.
Yeah, I I can't cook for the life of me. So luckily enough, I have Kate. But like her and I have like that deal. Whoever cooks, the other person cleans. So 9 times out of 10, I'm the one fucking cleaning,
Yep.
and I'm
Yep.
just like
Yep. Yep.
slamming my head on the cupboards while I'm cleaning. Like
You
this is
hate it. It's awful.
like this is the cupboard that's above the sink. My head's leaning against it most of the time.
Well, I mean, so Kerf and I have a deal where I do all the gross stuff and she does everything else. So I have to do the dishes, I have to clean the cat boxes, and I have to take out the garbage.
Hmm.
So I get all the gross stuff, and then she does the laundry and like unloads the dishwasher and like that kind of stuff. So as long as we have a system, it's fine. But I mean, cooking wise, it's we don't really cook very often,
Yeah, like
if at all.
aren't
We
like
try not to.
yeah aren't like most of the time you're just like ordering from like DoorDash or some shit.
Yeah, we order a lot, but I mean, like, we always have like cold cuts and sandwich stuff and
Hmm.
like easy meals because that's I work lightly and she works, so we're busy people. We got a
Yeah,
lot of stuff to do,
lot of naps to catch up on.
dude. All the naps can't not nap. Actually, I can't nap. I literally am not capable of napping. If I lay down to take a nap, I will just go to sleep.
Yeah,
You can see me in 4 to 8 hours.
yeah.
Like that's just how it works.
I'm literally the exact same way. I like the only way that I would ever be able to possibly nap is like if I was completely dead tired, and but like even if I'm on like I could be on like 2 3 hours of sleep, I will refuse to lay down for a nap. Like
Oh yeah,
that will
yeah.
not happen.
I do not nap because I literally will just sleep, and then that will screw me up for like days. So I'll just be tired. It's fine.
Yeah, like I'll just fucking deal with it. I'll drink lots of coffee. You'll end up drinking your 1,000 Red Bulls.
I'm good. I only have like one a day.
One a day now.
I mean, when I was working, I had two.
Yeah,
I was drinking two Red Bulls a day because I don't drink coffee.
yeah.
So like, I had one in the morning and then one before I went home.
So for coffee, is it like just like you don't like coffee?
I just don't like coffee.
It's a fair
My
thing.
dad doesn't like coffee. I don't like coffee. We just don't drink coffee.
It's in the genes.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll drink tea, but I really only drink tea when I don't feel well.
Yeah.
Like a hot tea, I'll have a hot tea when I don't feel well.
Hmm.
Mostly because if I don't feel well, Red Bull will make me feel worse.
Yeah. So we're gonna move to the next question, which is from Rat Smacker 5. Not one of the other 1,000 rat smackers that you see in your
So
chat.
many rat smackers. Yes.
So many rats are being smacked, dude.
They just get bopped.
But his question is, why are you so old? What happened?
Dude, when you when you when you get old, you just do. I like honestly, I have older parents. My parents are old, like actually old. And when you're raised in a way, that old school way,
Mhm.
you kind of, you become that, I guess. So like I have a lot of like older habits and older mentality, like
Mhm.
so not the bad ones, obviously. Like
God, I'd
I'm
hope
I'm
not.
I'm very progressive as far as like views go. Like I don't even eat Chick-fil-A because I like gay people more than chicken. It's just that's just the way that it is. But like, I grew up where if you want something, work for it. If you need help, try to figure it out first before you ask for help. Like don't just assume you can't do it. Learn from experience. So if you've never done something or never tried something, try it. Like that kind of stuff. I also grew up in a time where I didn't have a cell phone, where I didn't have the internet, where the coolest thing you did on the family computer was draw circles on paint. Like it, I have, I've been told by other people that I have an old soul. So like essentially, I'm just old.
Yeah.
My body feels old, and I am old. That's why I'm old.
Yep. And under that hat is probably a couple gray hairs.
I actually don't have gray hair. I
Really?
have light colored hair in my beard because it's my beard.
Mhm.
But for the most part, my father has only recently gone gray, and he's 65.
Oh my god.
My mother, on the other hand, she's always dyed her hair, but
Mhm.
um, I'm definitely more. I think I have those genes as far as my father goes, where I just don't have gray hair, which is great.
Yeah.
So I still look somewhat young.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've noticed like every now and then I'll notice a gray hair or whatever. Kate will just fucking yank it out. Eh,
Yeah, yeah. So like on my head, I don't have them. I do have lighter hair in my beard. My beard
mhm.
has like the shades of red, and like
Yeah.
sometimes it's like lighter. But I'm lucky as far as the grays go.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't look great with a little salt and pepper. I mean, come
Oh yeah.
on,
Come
a
on.
little salt and pepper. Ooh,
Everyone
can't
loves
keep them off me,
everyone loves a little bit of age. That's why people use Just for Men.
dude. Exactly. It's just for men.
Just for Men needs to sponsor this. So the last question,
Uh
which
huh.
which is from the Game Guild underscore.
Oh, sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like I need to follow that guy on Twitter.
yeah. Might need to follow him. But his question is, do it fart though.
Do it fart though. Of course. Of course.
Of
Why
course.
wouldn't it?
I don't
I
know.
mean, let's be real. Why wouldn't it? All right. If
Yeah,
it don't, something wrong.
yeah,
Go talk to a doctor.
yeah. Consult your doctor if it don't fart though.
If it don't be farting, you should be consulting your doctor.
Yeah. If your significant other isn't farting, there's something wrong with them.
Something wrong. You should probably go to a doctor,
Yes. Eat some prunes
which
or
I won't
something.
do because I don't like going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Doctors are dumb. Cost too much money.
Yeah.
The
I
U.S. system is broken.
yeah, right. I actually have to call a possibly new family doctor like tomorrow morning or something. I was supposed to do it today and then I forgot.
Oh
But
well,
yeah,
that happens.
yeah.
Sometimes it just happens
I
that
was
way.
also I was also supposed to call like last week, and then my mom texted me like yesterday, being like, "Hey, you should give them a call so you have a family doctor." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow, no problem." And then I completely forgot to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so
I mean, that's
maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not important.
Yeah,
Doctors, whatever.
doctor schmochters.
Yeah, yeah.
But now we have one last little segment for you,
Oh
because
yes.
yeah, and
Okay.
we did this one in the last podcast as well. It is called One Has to Go. So
One has to go.
so
Oh,
I'm
I'm scared.
so I'm gonna take three things that
Uh
I know
huh.
that you enjoy, and
Uh
one
huh.
has to be gone, shot, taken to the back like Old Yeller. It's gone.
Oh no.
Doesn't exist
Okay. All
anymore.
right. Yep. Okay. Uh huh.
So your options here, okay?
All right.
Number one, Halo.
Yeah. Okay.
Number two, Pokemon.
Uh huh.
And number three, PUBG.
Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's really tough. So I will. Okay, let's break this down logistically.
Break it down like Lucio.
All right. So Halo is. I don't want to say Halo is what got me into gaming, but it has gotten me into, you know, an era of gaming that I look back on very fondly. Again, because nostalgia, like that runs everything. That is what it is. Um, I'm now they haven't made a good Halo game in a long time, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy the games. Kind of like Pokemon. Pokemon fans learn from that. Uh, Pokemon I do every day. I play Pokemon every day. I mean, there's not a time that I've gotten up in the morning and gone, you know what? I'm not feeling Pokemon today. It's like, nah, I mean, maybe I'll just not open Pokemon Go, or maybe I won't shiny hunt for the day, or I'll take a day off the stream or something. But like Pokemon is my bread and butter. So I don't think that Pokemon is on the chopping block. So that one is definitely safe.
Mhm.
PUBG, on the other hand, that game infuriates me. I love PUBG. I don't think I've played any game as much as PUBG since PUBG came out. I don't think I could chop PUBG
Ooh.
because I play it every day.
Yeah, that one's literally something you play every day.
I am like good at it. I'm not good at it. I'm decent at it. I would have to chop Halo. It's just gone. No more.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cortana. I'm not sorry. I hate Cortana. She's the worst character. But yeah, I if I had to pick, I'd probably have to chop Halo. Which would make me really sad for buying the Xbox Series X because now there's no game that I want on it.
It's now just going to be a PUBG machine.
It is a PUBG machine.
You're right.
Actually, I played some Skyrim last night. All right, I played some Skyrim.
Oh, another Skyrim remake?
Well, I was just playing it with no load time because the Xbox is so damn good. But yeah, I will keep Pokemon and PUBG, and I will chop Halo.
All right.
That's my final decision.
That one's your final offer?
That's my final
All
final
right.
answer.
Halo
Am I a
gone. I'm sorry.
millionaire?
You've been chopped.
Am I a millionaire? Did I win?
You wish.
Oh, okay. All right.
You,
Well,
you're about as much as you have in your bank account right now.
that's not a lot.
Yeah.
I just paid rent. I literally just paid rent, so that's not a lot.
Yeah, that we I think you need another another couple Biden bucks.
Oh God, please Biden, please bring me my Biden bucks.
Please, Papa Biden.
Please, Papa Biden, I need the Biden bucks.
Yeah, instead of Bezos bucks, it's now Biden bucks.
Dude, what happens when Bezos goes away? Is it still gonna be Bezos bucks?
I don't know. I don't even know who's taking over.
I don't know if they know who's taking over.
No one's taking over.
No one. Amazon's gone.
That means
I don't think we would
gone.
survive. I don't think we would survive in a modern era without Amazon.
Oh, definitely not. Like, there's no possible way because like everyone's so used to like Amazon, like and like their shipping and like getting their packages in like 2 days.
Yep.
If you're using like literally any sort of local postal service, you're not getting it for like a week at least.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, like we could literally take our friend Beating Bros right now. He was waiting for like 3 weeks for his DS capture card controller mod. He,
to get
he
to
he was waiting
Canada.
for almost a full fucking month for that, but
Yep.
yet DS capture cards were able to get to Japan faster.
Yeah, it's bad. It's super bad.
Yeah, you gotta love COVID sometimes. Am I right?
Gotta love it. It's always so fun.
Yeah, it's always a wonderful thing.
But yeah, it's definitely been a fun time.
Yeah, like 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 I find like probably especially for you since like you haven't really had to like look for like a job or anything because like unemployment and all that other stuff like that's definitely helped out with like you for like especially with content creation and being like consistent with everything as well.
Yeah, it definitely has. And that is actually a big thing that I am when like while I am looking for a new job, obviously because of COVID. Um while looking at jobs, that is a big thing. Like the availability to not shoot what I've done in the foot is top priority
Yeah,
when looking for something.
exactly.
So any place that I get a new job at, if they don't work with me, I will leave because that's just how it's gonna be.
Yeah, like for you, you'd probably need something that's like mornings or something like that, because
Yeah,
because you
I
stream
can't
like
do
because you stream like
nights.
later
Right.
afternoon. It's like early
Yeah,
evening.
like, obviously, I understand that I would have to wiggle a little bit on stream time or whatever, but, like, I can work with wiggling an hour or so, but I can't work with my entire shift being where my stream slot is.
Yeah.
Because like while yes, I would love to be more EU friendly, but I won't get my ass out of bed. I can't alienate the entire schedule that I already have. So
Exactly. That's always
it's definitely tough. It's
yeah.
definitely tough.
It's
It's a situation that people have to look at.
yeah. It's always a huge thing that like especially for like content creation, you always have to like be looking at that like well if I do X thing then that kind of fucks with everything I have because like I the amount of times that I've had to like I haven't had a consistent stream schedule since I was like pretty much living in Ontario by myself because I had like
Yeah.
nothing else to worry about. I just had work and then I would come home, stream the night away, call it a day.
Hmm.
But like since then I've been like all over the place. I've had like 3 or 4 different jobs at this point and there's
Yeah.
just been
Yeah. It's
zero
definitely tough.
consistency with anything. So like the best thing that I can do is like I can't have like a consistent schedule. Like I stream X days at X time. The closest I can do is like try streaming at like around the same time, like every like
Yeah,
whenever I
and
can.
that's just the way that you know you got to do it. As
Yeah,
far as like consistency wise, try to make it as consistent as possible, even if you are inconsistent. It's just, a toss up. Like I try to be pretty consistent where I like, well, my days off are generally all the same. And like I always go live generally around the same time. I try to stream for a certain amount of time per day as far as that goes. And then with like videos, that's where I'm a little bit more inconsistent because it's like, oh, I can make this video go live, or like now because of the monetization on my actual YouTube channel, which is crazy. I have like a whole bunch of checks now that just didn't exist before that I have to wait. So like if I want a video to go up at noon and I upload the video at 11 and normally it'll be an hour and I'm done, can't do that anymore. So I have to upload the day before and then set it so that it'll actually go live. And then, of course, I forget. So that's, because I'm not perfect,
yeah.
even though I think I am.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're pretty much there.
but yeah, so, consistency is a big thing.
Yeah, consistency is like for me, like especially like how I always saw content creation is like consistency has always been like a key thing for me. Like
Hmm.
like I think like before I used to post like a picture with like when certain things were being uploaded and like what I was streaming on whatever day. Like
Yep.
I remember when I was like that consistent. I wish I could go back to that, but like right now I just absolutely cannot be doing that.
Here's something that's really weird, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to pull this off, but I would love to actually upload every day again.
Yeah. Like you would always have to have like something going.
Yeah. I would love to be able to upload a video every day.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would ever be able to do it, but I would love to try.
Yeah,
Like, I
it'd
wanna
be
try
really
it for, like, a
rough.
month. I just wanna do it for 1 month. I wanna just see what it does.
Hmm.
Like, I don't care if all the videos are bangers, I don't care if anything like that, but I would love to upload a video every day for at least a month. I wanna see if I can do it. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'll work on. I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Like I found like with Nuzlocke, they were like really easy for me to like edit
Mm-hmm.
down and whatnot. Because like when you like just like you when I like started doing YouTube, I was like pretty much uploading like Monday to Friday all the fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you get a bunch, like I would have to definitely, if I wanted to do it now, I would definitely have to like figure out the content that I want to do and then record all that content for the week in one day, edit it and get it all uploaded immediately, and then schedule it. And then once I have that, then I'd pick a day during that schedule where I would do it again.
Yeah.
And then that would be the consistency. You just have to make a new habit. And when you make a habit of it, it'll just be second nature.
Yeah, exactly. And then like plus like whenever you got a shine on stream, you can sprinkle that in at wherever you want as well.
Right.
Yeah, that like that's always like the hardest thing. Like with my
I
channel,
do. I mean, obviously, with my channel, it is pretty Pokemon heavy, but I want to do more than Pokemon on my YouTube channel because
Mhm.
like I don't care how well it does. I just want to just do it.
Yeah.
I have enough stuff and knowledge that I could pretty much do what I want to do. So
Mm-hmm.
just have to do it.
Now all you need is to get one of those little fancy companies to deal with your channel and call it a day. Like Screenwave, I think, is one or something like that.
Do I need an MCN though? I don't really need an MCN.
Fuck it.
I don't really need an MCN.
It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we're around the hour mark now. I think now is probably a good time to wrap up this episode of this interview. Thank you, of course, Wilson, for coming on.
Anytime.
I'm gonna give you
Anytime.
like a moment here just to like shout out whatever you're doing, your socials, etc. Your thing.
Okay. Follow me over at twitch.tv/TheGameGuild. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/TheGameGuild. Follow me on Twitter if you want useless tweets about nothing. At twitter.com @TheGameGuild_ because somebody fucking took the Game Guild and I hate them and they're awful. And then I have an Instagram too, I guess, if you want to look at pictures of pops.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically just Twitch and YouTube. Essentially, Twitter is where I just tweet that I'm like live, and if I'm doing something cool, I don't know. But yeah, so that's basically where you can find me. Generally, I'm live Saturday through Thursday. I usually always take Friday off. Don't know why. I mean, I know why. Friday is usually television night, but like when there's no TV, like I don't know why I'm taking Friday off. I just am. Consistency, that's why. But yeah, so if you want to check me out, you can check me out. I'm sure Sing will link me in the description down below.
Yeah. So of course, anyone who's watching on YouTube, I'll leave a link to like Wilson stuff in the description. Of course, if you guys want to follow me, I'm as well over on Twitch, YouTube, pretty much every social media platform. Just search for Sex Realize. It's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be me. And let me know in the comment section down below who you guys would like to see on the podcast. The next podcast should, I believe, be on Spotify because I should have my Twitch payout by then, and then the rest of these episodes will be up on there as well. So if you guys are somehow watching over on Spotify at this point, hello, what's going on? Check out the socials and stuff. But yeah,
Spoofy, welcome to Spoofy.
Yeah. But that's it for this interview, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Peace.